Hey y'all, Sky here, and welcome back to Candleman. The last we left off, we had just finished chapter 1 completely. Well, got through all of chapter 1's sections. I didn't get perfection. I did miss some of the little hidden candles, but I'm not going for perfection. So now we're going to start into chapter 2, A Call from Afar. Bathed in light, the barge came to life. Okay, so that would be sudden death going. And trying to kind of keep, an eye open for around surroundings. Unless I have to burn my candle. The better off I am. So I'm not wasting candlelight. Oh, okay. It's one of those timed things. Run, 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 run. Okay. Semi-time, technically. I mean, just... extended when the light is shown, so we have to wait for it to... Oh, I didn't think I made that. The depth of field type, like, atmosphere that it has with the ability to see, like, distant. Is amazing. And the way that the like, in terms of camera control, like, they're obviously, I have no control of the camera's angle. How are you supposed to get that one? So you have to kind of go with the angle that that the candle has by default. And just hope that you don't misjudge the jumps at any time, and because it's lit, like, the only kind of lighting is coming from, I mean, right now, obviously this time around we have a little bit more of this intermittent lighting that's happening, whereas in times previous, that the only lighting came from us. Okay. missed any candles. If I did, I wouldn't know where they were at. Oh, I actually got them all. Bathed in light, the barge came to life as the little candle searched far and wide. Shimmering beams steered him along. I like the little nuances with the very subtle. I said this in the previous. The lack of the music, kind of. Well, the lack of music, but unless in a key. Definitely not going when it's not there because I can't see what's below to know if there's anything to even catch me. But the lack of the music, it gives this extra like little, at like just at key points, kind of adds like this feel of like, well, one, like kind of like loneliness. Like there's no music, no I mean, other than just the slight sounds of our little candle. That can slightly terrifying. Not being able to see where you're jumping. And the different sounds, like sound design can be a huge part in video games, and these guys did an amazing job with sound design on this. I'm glad there's a checkpoint there because this looks like it could be death if not careful. Okay. And I know I didn't say this, and obviously I don't own anything from any of the games that I ever play. So I'm giving major props to... I feel like I can jump on that. Why does that feel like something I can jump on? I know, I kind of get sidetracked. It seemed jumpable. I thought that's a word. But to the people who made this and did the sound and the music and everything, what little music that there is, props to you guys. You did an amazing job. I'm kind of being... Okay, I didn't know how this was gonna go. Oh, this like depth of field thing here. Wait, which side do you move from? That end. Like the angle of the camera kind of gives that like air of tension because of movement wise.
As he gazes at the beacon in the distance, he makes a decision. If he could become as tall and beautiful, perhaps he too could illuminate the dark night.
But if kind of adds that little intenseness. Not that that's... It gives a little bit of like that issue with the jumping or mistakenly jumping in the wrong direction. Brings an air of like paying very close attention to your surroundings and the way you're moving and jumping and everything, which is cool because not a lot of games have that like much world freedom. I mean, there are a lot that do. There's some games that don't, though. Some that have that like very restricted play style, and the fact that I think games that have that locked camera view where you don't have control of the camera adds a different atmosphere and air to the game as well. Shimmering beams steered him along as an ominous lighthouse burned ever so strong. And depending on how long the next chapter is, depending on if we'll do it with this one, the darkened world began to glow. Just kind of running, but I have no clue how far is too far. Okay. Wait here till the lights come back on, or the glow comes back, whatever you want to call that. I was gonna try and go, but you know what? No, I'm just gonna wait. Gonna light our little candle buddy, because he needs light too. Okay, so yeah, this is something I'm gonna have to roll before I can use it. Too nervous to try to go now. Well, we got our checkpoint. Wait. I'm hoping it's this one, because I have no clue. Oh, nice. Okay, so where does this one, if I was to roll this one this way? Does this one serve a purpose? Possibly. I got that one candle. Wonder if I can get rid of this one. Yeah, get rid of that one so I can slide this one all the way in line with the other. So that way when it goes from this one, it'll go into the other one. Did it look like there was another spot? Well, that's fine. That's okay. It's okay. I was wanting to check something over here because I looked like there was another possible platform. could be just a chasm. I think it's just a chasm. Yeah, that one will go off into the abyss. Let me see if I can roll this one this way. Let me knock this one out of the way since I already got that one. Knock this one this way some. I just took, well, I guess there had to have been a point to that one. Besides the fact that I saw the platform when I went to get the other one, when I went to get this candle over here on the left. And there had to have been more of a reason for that jug to have been there than just to knock it out of place. That brings me over here. Not the way I need to go, but I'm waiting for the restart. I'm too nervous to go across too many.
Safe with the light by his side, he approaches the ship. Strange and dark noises fill the air, but the little candle presses on.
The darkened world began to glow, nearing the beacon into the unknown. So we've done chapter 2. Now we're gonna go ahead and do chapter 3 since that last one wasn't very long. Chapter 3, The Course of Fate. As I said in the last one, I don't know how long these are. The brave little candle marched aft to the rear. So I don't know how long these are, or anything like that. There's a candle up there. There's an unseen chasm right there. Okay. Note to self. Be a little bit more attentive. Oh, I see how I gotta get there. I see it. I see it. I see it. I sees it. This is so much more. Not something I should have done. I saw that the chains had moved. Why did I jump? Idiotic. So many levels. I should not have jumped then because I literally saw that the chains, that the chains had rocked to the opposite direction. I'm not gonna make it again. Oh, that made me nervous. Made me very nervous. That's the way I need to go. I don't know if I actually have to jump from 1 to 1, but you know, I'm not taking any chances. Okay, slide back to the right. Slide back to the right. Okay. know if that was the right move, but I was gonna try to make that, but you know what? I got a little scared. I'll admit. Didn't think I was gonna make it. That's not terrifying at all. At least you kind of get a warning that it's coming before it comes by the steam coming out the hole first. Okay. I should have waited till I didn't realize that the thing would, you know, cool down. Oh Lord. Like, that's that depth thing there again. That was my bad for walking off the edge. Like an idiot. Whoo! Careful. Careful. Okay. This is gonna be the one that's gonna kill me. See, how am I supposed to jump that one? Oh, okay, you can jump it while it's red hot. Just gotta jump it just right. Oh, well, this is lovely. Huh. So I guess I gotta get it while it's to the right and cooled off. Swing back to the right. It stays there for a good while, so it cools off. Just like that. Run, 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 run. Okay, so this is another timing thing. Let's see how it works. I'm not gonna be stupid and just run headlong into a situation again, like I did earlier. So we know that this is gonna be something that time the movement with the pendulum. The brave little candle marched aft to the rear, surprisingly absent of all signs of fear. Forcefully turning the grand iron gate. So I love how, like, you get added story details if you get all the little hidden candles. I need to push it the other way. to do it as far as I can get it. Okay. So something tells me that see, there's a button there, there's a button there. There's a button on the other side. There's 3 symbols here. Triangle, square, circle. Is there one on the door? Looks like there's one on the door. No, okay. So there's a triangle, or the square. So does it go triangle, square, circle? So if it does, triangle. Was it square? I think it was square. If it's square, I'm gonna have to move. I'm so short. I'm gonna have to move that, I think, in front of those. So I gotta turn this. Ever so slowly that way. Get it just enough to block all of those. Just like that. So that I can come over here. Because the last button was the other direction. Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. I don't know how far it needs to go because it's to know the path. If I've moved it too far or not. Oh no, I need those. Okay. Yeah, I need those. I gotta have those. Okay. So that means I gotta move them to where they're not fiery hot. Because I need them to walk across. Okay, we got the door open. Very creepy door. I know it took me so long to do this at the candles in the place burned out. I'm so short because I had to burn myself so much. Jumpy, 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 jumpy. And into the portal we go. Forcefully turning the grand iron gate, he came closer and closer to turning his fate. The rudder failed to stop his quest. But I do like the where you have to get the candles. It gives you more of the story. That you wouldn't necessarily get by default. To jump that one, then to jump from the lower one, or let's just wait for him to go out. That's a little scary. Nope. Run! Too nervous to try to go underneath that. No! I didn't mean to be that close to the edge, and it wouldn't let me jump to get back up on it. No! Now I gotta go through all that again. Yeah, literally, like, I tried to jump to get back up, but it would not let me jump. Okay. At least I don't have to worry about going up there for the candle. Not knowing the depth of field. Oh, that could have been bad. Like how far over I need to be so I don't end up on the very edge of the platform. Finally a checkpoint, thankfully. I'm gonna go straight first. I think this dead end stuff. That looks like a dead end. Yep, that's a dead end. That's a dead end. Nope, not going down. I feel like I gotta go down. But not like that. Well, at least I got the checkpoint. I guess that's a good thing, right? You know? Dang. Okay. This is one of those things. Okay. Because it's gapped platforms. Oh, please land on one. Oh, come on. I saw the whirlpool coming. I was trying to get over. It's so difficult to have stupid gaps in the block. No, I was so close. Are you kidding me? Like, the checkpoint's so far back. like intense music that just kicked in. It just adds to the intense like feeling of urgency. It's like at this point, as many times as I've gone through this, no, I was about to say, I was about to say as many times as I went through that you would think that I would have it down, but obviously not, because I just died again. Okay, I'm waiting for the camera angle to turn. Jump over here. Pass. Jump back over here. Make sure I'm far enough past. Jump over here. Make sure I'm far enough over. Over there. Jump back over here. I'm trying not to waste my torchlight, but you know. This one. I look like I need to jump forward, jump back, jump forward, jump back, jump forward. Oh. Okay. See, like, literally. Like that close. The rudder failed to stop his quest. The lighthouse beyond is his heart's true test. Alright. Well, guys, I'm gonna leave this episode here. We got through chapters 2 and 3 of the Candleman, and we have now officially escaped the ship, the boat, the vessel that we were on, and are apparently now going to be based off of chapter 4's title of The World Beyond, outside of the boat as his little candle guy, trying to get to the lighthouse. So I hope you all enjoyed seeing me fail repeatedly at times. And if there's any other games that have similar mechanics like this, and the depth of fields like this that you would like to see me play, that I haven't played, and I haven't played a lot. I haven't played a lot of some certain games, but if there's one that you know of that you think I may or may not have played, let me know down in the comments and I'll take a look at it. As I've said before, I do only have access to do PS4 videos at the moment. Maybe down later in the future I'll be able to do more than just that, but any games for the PS4 that you think that are similar to this that you would like to see me attempt to play, that you think I may or may not have played, and like I said, I haven't played a lot, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what you think of my attempts at trying to get through this, and if you've played this game, how many times it took you to get through that section, or if you got through it a lot faster than I probably did. You probably did. I'll just say that right now. But anyways, until we get into this more, I do hope that you all have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one.